Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Miss Cathy's Critter Corner. I'm Miss Cathy, Children's Library Assistant. Today I wanted to talk to you about some of the other creatures that I've collected this summer in the bays around Long Island. I've been exploring the Moriches Bay near Smith Point and also the Peconic Bay out in Jamesport in particular. In general, the same species live in those two bays. The water there is brackish, which means it's not as salty as the ocean, but it's not fresh like you would get from a river. So the bays all around Long Island have brackish water. First, let's meet the northern pufferfish, also known as a blowfish.
Northern pufferfish grow to be about 10 inches long. This one was about 4 inches. They have a beak-like mouth that they use to crush small crustaceans like crabs and small mollusks like snails and clams. They live in shallow parts of the bays and protected coastal areas up and down the entire coast of North America from Newfoundland to Florida. They are called blowfish because they are known to puff up with water when they are threatened. The one we collected did not puff up, unfortunately. We collected this young northern puffer in the Peconic Bay. We noticed there were several small puffers swimming with a small fish in the shallow water, but they were too quick and smart to catch with a seining net, so we devised a bait system to lure one into a scoop net. Here they are following the fishing lure. Not much is known about their life cycle, but we do know that they lay sticky eggs in shallow water, and the male will guard the eggs until they hatch.
I thought this northern pufferfish was really cute and fun to observe. I wish that he had puffed up for me, but he was fun how he would try to leap out of the tank to get back into the water. After we observed him for a little while, we returned him to the bay. When I'm at the beach, I like to look for mole crabs, also known as Atlantic sand crabs, in the sand along the water's edge.
Mole crabs live in the wet sand close to the tide line. They burrow backwards beneath the sand, letting their antennae stick up above the water to filter out algae and plankton to eat. If you sit by the edge of the bay on a calm day and watch, you'll see them popping up and digging down a few inches away. They can only burrow in very wet sand, so they have to move with the receding tide. These little crabs grow to be no more than 2 inches long. They are sand-colored, which helps them hide from predators. They have short little legs and can only swim backwards. A female may produce as many as 45,000 eggs. She carries them on her abdomen until the eggs hatch about 30 days later.
You can find these little crabs in the sand along the water's edge at both the ocean and the bay. So next time you go to the beach, take a look and see if you can find some. You can easily pick them up because they're completely harmless. They can't hurt you in any way. Just be gentle because their shells are fairly delicate. Even though I've been collecting and observing wildlife along the beaches for many, many years, sometimes I still find things that I've never seen before that surprise me. I was collecting in the Peconic Bay in Jamesport, and I picked up an old clamshell because there are usually little crabs living inside. I opened it up, and to my surprise, there were several little fish in there that I didn't recognize.
These little fish are called naked gobies. They are bottom-dwelling fish with large eyes set close together on the top of the head. They use their pelvic fins like suction cups to cling to rocks and shells. They are smooth fish with no scales. They live in shallow marshes, mudflats, and oyster reefs, and they are often found hiding inside empty hinged clam and oyster shells. Females lay eggs inside dead oyster shells and leave the males to guard the nest until the eggs hatch.
I had a hard time identifying these little fish, even using the internet, so I called on my friend Chris Paparo, who's also known as Fish Guy Photos. He knows a lot about all the wildlife in the bays that surround us, and he was able to help me with that identification. You should check out his website if you're interested in all the amazing things that live here on Long Island. Thank you for joining me as I learn about some of the creatures that live in our local bays. There are several more that I collected that I'm still learning about, so I'll share that sometime soon. Thanks for watching.